Welcome back. Okay, you have heard me talk about spinning before. It is one of my favorite high intensity workouts. And Erica, you are certified now to be a spin teacher.
Yes.
That is one of my goals, is to become a spin teacher. I want to be like Erica. I want to do whatever Erica does. But
That makes you my best friend now.
We're best friends. We're BFFs. I do love spinning, and it's one of those exercises that is intimidating for people. First of all, what are they? It's just they see the machine, and that looks what are they afraid of when they come?
Well, from talking to people, one of the things is setting up the bike, because you're actually not walking into a normal class like an aerobics class where there's no equipment. You have a bike here that you have to set up.
It's a big thing. Okay,
yes.
So before we get on the bikes, then how do they set you? If you go to a spinning class, by the way, most likely your instructor is very skilled in making sure you're in the right position on your bike.
Right.
So before you start the class, you want to get that bike set for your height.
And I teach a beginning spinners class, so it's to take I don't want you to stay with me. I want you to eventually feel comfortable enough to move on to the advanced spin, the intermediate spin. So mine is it's a beginner spin. So you're learning more about how to be comfortable with the bike, what it feels like when you're biking, and how to build up that butt endurance, because that is another thing that's very intimidating for people.
That is a life skill right there,
that is. So we'll first start with what to wear.
Okay.
So just because Rebecca happens to be dressed inappropriately, because of course she is the host, so she had a problem getting in, but you want to wear clothes that are close to your body, tight. So you really want to get away from things that are hanging off, especially in spin. Think about you have things moving.
See everything.
Right, you're standing up, you're going down. You want to make sure your clothes are fitted nice. So you don't have to invest in the shoes, as you see Rebecca and I don't have on spin shoes.
Do not buy, let me reiterate, you do not have to buy spin shoes, especially if you're just trying it out and it's your beginning class. Sure, if you get all crazy about it and want to get shoes, you can go down that path.
Wait for Christmas. It's almost
Wait
Christmas.
for Christmas.
That's right.
But most classes, you do not need the shoes. Regular shoes
will do.
But I would say a thick sole, because there are, if you look here,
yours are actually a better choice than mine, which are shocks.
The thin soles are not the best. So if you've got a kind of thick sole, that is good. And so there's my spin
there's mine.
Nylons on. Okay, so we are going to get on these things and figure out the right positions for us, right?
Right.
Okay,
so Rebecca's already hopping on her bike, and that's number one.
You're not going to talk about stretching, are you?
No, I'm talking about...
No, okay.
She just hopped on her bike. So was your bike already set up or something?
I'm going to test to see where I have to get on it to decide how...
Actually, that's wrong.
Well, what do you tell me what to do?
So hop back off your bike. I'm going to tell you a much easier way.
Okay.
Rebecca's doing the old school way that happened in 1938 circa. So what you actually want to do...
They didn't have spin in the 30s, did they?
No, but it sounded good. Actually, the better way to do this is to bring it up hip height.
Okay.
So
this is the bike I always use, but so it's going to be at the
right spot. So she's already there. So I'm hip height here. Another way, so I'm
Look how tall you are.
I know. Wow, I look like a giant. Someone else is like, "Are you 6'2"? I'm like, "I'm only 5'9".
Rebecca is 5'3". Erica is 5'9", and I have my tennis shoes on. So so hip length or hip height.
You can even do this, so I know that it's hip height. Okay, so good. So then I can get on my bike. So again, 1 foot at a time. I'll take my foot on the outside, slip it all the way in there, and then I'm going to come up and over.
Okay, so I've done that. Let me hike up my Amish situation going on here. Okay.
Yes, this is very. So here's the other thing. You want to have a 25 to 30% bend in your knee. So if you notice I have a slight bend in my knee, Rebecca, do you have a slight bend in your knee?
Yep.
Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Mine's a little more exaggerated because it just is, but you want this slight bend in your knee. So when I'm going around.
When you're all the way down, it shouldn't be straight. It should be just a little bent. Okay.
Okay, so we've got that. Now actually, there's some of the bikes, not all the bikes will actually, and I'm gonna hop back off to show this, they actually have an extra adjustment in the back here. And this actually has to do with comfort. That's all this is right here, just a comfort. So when you get done with that, I actually do it while I'm sitting on the bike.
To see what feels
right. Because it's all about comfort. So I'll leave that loose. Now, the important part about this is please tighten it up, because I have slipped all the way forward for no certain reason because I'm trying to do it. But this all has to do with comfort, how I want to be on the bike. So now I'm very comfortable. I'm where I want to be. I'll tighten it up. So you can test it out. So in the middle, you're going to see a resistance button. So you'll hear us say gear up, gear down. It has to do with the middle button right here, or lever or knob. It depends on what type of bike you're using. It has to do with the resistance, okay? So most of the time, we also call that the gear. So when we'll say gear up, gear down, it has to do, again, with where the resistance is on the gear. Very cute, Rebecca.
Thank you.
So here's the last one, the handlebars. Sometimes they slide in and out, or they may go up, and they always go up and down.
Right.
Again, this all has to do with the comfort of you being on the bike. So when I come up and I sit down, very easy.
Okay.
All right. So now, of course, we got our bike set up. We're on a low resistance. Rebecca's spinning in her bike. So now let's talk about what to do with the toes. Every time you ride, point your toes down. And this is something I do in my beginner spin class, toes pointed down. I want you to get relaxed. The second part, when you're placing your hand, this is called position 1. And notice that my elbows are down. Nice
Elbows
job.
down.
Elbows down, eyes ahead, just if you were biking. Look at that face. That's probably the worst face for TV too. But, okay, so
Hi,
we're
neighbor.
here. We're gonna talk about position 2. This is where you wanna add just a little resistance because you wanna stand up. So as you stand up, lift with your lower body, coming up. Nice job. So again, if you're doing this, okay, like you're riding a horse, it means that you don't have enough resistance, or you need to stand more. Watch now there's no bounce, straight up and down. Come into position 3, thumbs come over the top, it's very relaxed, and the hips come back over the seat. That's it. So this is 3, let's stand up to 2, and let's sit back to 1.
Okay.
Nice job, Rebecca.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So now that we're here, let's talk a little bit about the benefits to spin. One thing, this is a lower body workout. So everything from your belly button down, we're talking about core down. I'm getting my legs, hamstrings, quads, abs, glutes, anything you name it. So normally it's low, that's why you have great legs. So here's Rebecca's secret. She does spin.
No, it doesn't. It's not. My dad has nice legs. That's
It's
the secret.
genetics.
Yeah. The thing I want to mention too, yes, it is a lower body workout. You're going to feel sore after you spin, but only after the first couple of times.
Right.
Goes away. The other important thing is you can't get a huge amount of speed up if you're running, if you're just starting to
Right.
run. You can't get the heart rate going hard in some other workouts. On a spin workout,
Yes.
you can push yourself a little harder than you would if you're doing really almost any other cardio. So that's really what I like. I'm not going to fall off. I normally don't wear a
Right.
dress, but at any rate, it's something.
And it's very relaxing. It's a
Very relaxing, and you can push yourself your speed.
Well, you know, one of the things I wore the cartilage down in my knee for so much high impact aerobics, so I can't run anymore, and it was very devastating to me. But doing the spin has actually built up the laterals around my knee, so it's also a good alternative to running. If you don't like running, can't run,
Perfect.
excellent.
All right, if you want to get more information about spinning, again, fullplate.tv will have this whole segment, and of course, Erica, her website is ericawhite.net.
Yep.
And you can join her Fit Zone. Thanks so much. I got a lot more spinning to do because I ate a lot of
Let's get
food in
going here.
Vegas.
We're gonna take
Bye-bye.
off.
Need to file